The center of global tension and attention is China. The rapid uptrend curve of Chinese economy mystified the world. Many warns that the economic spillover of China is the part of Chinese strategy to rule the world. But how far is it possible? Let's find out. Geopolitics is always at play within international relations. Geographical position is the precondition of geographical dominance. Here, Sir Halford Mackinder explained the heartland theory in 1904, which is known as the geographical pivot of history. According to him, whichever nation controlled Eastern Europe would control the heartland, which is the core of Eurasia. Subsequently, this nation would control the world island. World island is the whole of Europe and Asia, and finally would dominate the world. On the other hand, Alfred Thayer Mahan's view was focused upon oceans. Simply, whoever conquered the seas would control the world. Both gentlemen have proven throughout history. The global dominance of the UK, followed by the US, were the proof. But China, a clear-headed player, wants no risk. It focused both on heartland and sea with its Belt and Road Initiative, simply the BRI. The BRI is the world's largest economic endeavor, potentially involving 60 nations and more than 75% of known energy resources. The road refers to the maritime link running from China through Southeast Asia, Africa, and all the way to Europe. The belt, on the other hand, refers to the overland routes stretching from Central Asia to Europe. Yeah, it's quite understandable that the project is not without its political implications. Experts are predicting if China is successful in its goals, they will prove both geopolitical theories as symbiotic and becomes the world's new superpower. But main obstacle of China is somewhere else. That is its geographical challenges. China gets 14 countries as its neighbor, where Vietnam, Laos, and Myanmar were almost arbitrarily set. Vietnam was set after the sign of the French War, Laos was set with its involvement in Vietnam War, and Myanmar was set with a small war with China in 60s. None was naturally set by the environment. These countries are not insignificant. Combinedly, they have 1 million of active military personnel, while China, a more bigger country, has only over 2 million. While no friendship or foeship is permanent in international relations, today's friend can be tomorrow's foe, today's foe can be tomorrow's friend. So the friendship relation of today's cannot be taken into consideration. Just beside Myanmar comes India, the most challenging regional rival of China politically, economically, and geographically. But the northern part is safer for China with Mongolia and Russia. But then again, there is no permanent friendship in international relations. Countries and land can betray even own nation's land is not safer. What cannot betray is the sea. You might be thinking that China has the safest sea area. No, unfortunately it has not. Its sea area is the most conflictual sea area in the world. It's South China Sea. Besides its rich natural resources, 30% of global shipping trade passed through here. The main tension of China is that the US has a significant military presence in the Pacific, South Korea, and Japan. The US has a close tie with Taiwan, Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia, meaning that if any dispute in the area occurs, the US has no problem blockading China and cutting off its worldwide access. Besides, 5 countries claim some part of the sea. They are claiming based on the UN law of the sea, which says that a country's territorial water extends 200 miles of shore, which is called the Exclusive Economic Zone or EEZ. It's their sovereign territory. All are claiming their rightful EEZ, but except China. China claims almost all the area of South China Sea by its 9-dash line. China needs the area to secure its economy and establish its power worldwide. China built more than 30 artificial islands to establish its claim in South China Sea. So, All these geographical issues will remain as obstacles for China to be a world superpower.